Hello, Chieftains, and welcome back to Live from the Tribe.
We have the news and views for Clairemont High School for the week of March 1st, 2021.
He's Joey Murphy, and I'm your host, Erin Murphy.
We have a lot of stories to cover, so let's get to it.
Bigger stimulus checks, more aid for the unemployment, money for the hungry and those facing eviction, extra support for small businesses, states, and local government. Increased funding for vaccinations and testing. Biden would increase the federal boost the jobless receive to $400 a week from the $300 weekly enhancement contained in the Congress relief package from December. The plan would provide $25 billion in rental assistance for low and moderate income households who have lost jobs during the pandemic. Also, Biden would extend the 15% increase in food stamp benefits through September instead of having it expire in June. He would invest another $3 billion to help women, infants, and children secure food. Biden is calling on Congress to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. The plan would provide an additional $170 billion to K-12 schools, colleges, and universities to help them reopen and operate safely or to facilitate remote learning. As you know, Texas faced record low temperatures this Friday with snow and ice making roads impassable. The state power grid operator losing control of the power supply, leaving millions without access to electricity.
I basically lost all power. I lost all water, and I really couldn't do anything about it, obviously. For the first day, I thought could be kind of bearable, but then it started to get super damn cold in my house to the point where it felt warmer outside than it did inside.
During that week, I kind of got, a break from work, from having to work every day, so that was a nice thing, but worry because there wasn't heat, because the lights were out for a good 72 hours, and I was mostly worried about my grandparents since they were affected with COVID at the time, and they were really just cold all the time, and that was just worrisome for me.
As the blackout stretched from hours to days, top state lawmakers called for the Electric Reliable Council of Texas to investigate, and Texans called for responsibility for the disaster. This can be stressful due to the fact how people need supplies to get through the day and including keeping themselves warm. If we were in a position like this, one of the majority things to do when preparing for a power outage at an unexpected timing is to keep your phone charged with a portable and use candle light. Have board games, play cards to keep entertained during the outage. Most importantly, help your neighbors as well if they need supplies. They will definitely need support, and there's people that don't have enough to get through the days, so helping one another is the best way to get through it.
Treat people how you want to be treated. That's the golden rule. But what happens when you are in a wheelchair? How is the world treating you?
Disabled people have to adapt to an able-bodied world, and many people have to modify their houses and living spaces.
So some of the problems we have with going to places with a power chair, like venues, is that we have to first buy a special seat. So we can't just buy any ticket. We sometimes even have to call. We can't even do it online to buy the handicap accessible seats and seats next to them. It's like you have to prove that you have a person with a disability. And then when we get to the venue, we have to find, special parking, which can be all taken up because there's usually very few parking spaces.
A lot of establishments need to have disability access, like elevators, ramps, and their tables need to be low enough for the disabled patrons to eat and drink. One way I like to go in the community is the mall. I good sidewalks in it. I like to shop there.
Welcoming environment for Circle of Friends by creating opportunities for all students. And by opportunities, I mean opportunities for genuine connection. They are able to advocate for themselves. They are able to have more opportunities in the community.
And if you don't know the reality age or type of disability they have, just judge them as a normal person, please. That we're all the same person, but we have different types of skins, different types of disabilities. We're just all the same people.
Daylight savings is just around the corner, so don't forget to change your clocks. On March 14th, the hour will move forward by 1 hour, which means we will get 1 hour less of sleep that night. Even though we might get 1 hour less to sleep, the sun will set later than it usually does, which gives us more time to be outside. So don't forget to change your clocks.
Here's what we have on our ASB calendar. Do you need help with applying for college? Avid Club is a great place to get the information and help you need to apply for college. They will help you with the application process, resources, FAFSA, and other types of college aid. Their meetings are held once a week over Zoom on Mondays at 1 p.m. For more information about this club or to get the information, contact the club advisor, Miss Nolette at snolette@sandy.net or the club president, Ella Marshall at marshall.ella3@gmail.com.
Coming up is the WACAC Virtual College Fair. This is a great opportunity to connect with colleges and universities from around the country for free. You'll be able to hear from representatives and ask them questions about navigating the UC and CSU applications, paying for college, writing college essays, and so much more. Registrations for the fair are already open. There are 3 available sessions, one coming up on March 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m., one on March 14th from 12 to 4 p.m., and the final on April 19th from 4 to 8 p.m. You can find out more at www.strivecan.com/WACAC or check out this week's swag.
For our senior athletes, the Senior Athlete banner will be featuring a photo of your choice. These photos will feature our athletes in action. The banner will include their name, jersey number, and the sport or sports you play.
Seniors, Miss Moore is selling Class of 2021 t-shirts. She will be on campus Tuesday and Thursday in her classroom. There are 2 designs, one short sleeve for $15 and the other long sleeve shirts for $25. She is only accepting the exact amount of cash or checks. Hurry and buy your senior class shirts before she runs out.
Season 2 of sports are starting up. All the coaches are interested in what students want to play back on campus. Boys and girls soccer is starting back up soon, so if you'd be interested in joining, reach out to either Joe Paul at beachlifesd@gmail.com, Greg West at gregorymwest@gmail.com, Coach Bello at sbello@sandy.net, or Coach Bobian at jbobian@sandy.net.
Our baseball coach, Coach Pena, has all the information you need to know about the upcoming AAU conditions. You can reach at mpena@sandy.net. Track and field will be starting today, March 1st. For any questions about that, reach out to Coach drose@gmail.com or npnapradel@gmail.com. Softball players, Coach Commercial is holding a preseason meeting today that has all the information you need. If you're an athlete, make sure you get all the information. You need her email at lsmercial@sandy.net.
Club officers, do you want to reach out to more members? Teachers, are you having guest speakers like Bardwell did 2 weeks ago? Tell us about it. Email Mr. Sparks and promote your club happenings or classroom festivities on our show.
Do you guys know about the Wave of the Winter Challenge? Every winter, surfers compete to surf and record the best waves and submit them for a chance to win. Here are some of the latest entries so far. This competition lasts the entire winter from December 1st to March 31st and features some of the best surfers in the world. If you want to learn more or just want to see the entries, go to www.surfline.com. Thanks, Chieftains, for watching our show today.
If you enjoyed it, give a like below.
If you want to see other commercials and shows, scroll through those on the right.
We will see you in 2 weeks with fresh news and views from Clairemont High School.
Chieftains, you know how we do. Keep it orange and blue.
Bye.
Bye.